Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, all my good people out there, all my good trade geniuses out there. Welcome to Trade Genius Live. I am your host and brand ambassador of the Edge Funder, Trend Genius. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. How's everybody feeling out there today? A little cold over here for me. How y'all feeling, man? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's hear T. Pruitt, good morning. Lexi Star, good morning. Pivot Point, good morning. Jay Royal, good morning. Mike, good morning. Chrissy, happy Monday. I got your message too, Chrissy. I was just moving around. I did a little traveling this weekend, so got home a little late, but we rocking. Thanks for sending me the message too, Chrissy. I appreciate it. Twyla, good morning. Serena, good morning. Kaz, Grand Risings. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let me see here, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Hold on one second. There we go. I don't know why my screen didn't change, y'all. I changed it. Little minor glitch this morning. Yeah. Who else we got in the building? We have Steven, good morning. Bodovan, good morning. Flora Ara, good morning. Q, good morning. Kick Rocks, good morning. I don't know why my risk disclosure stayed up. I clicked it off, so I don't know what's going on there. But hey, how was everybody's weekend? How was everybody's weekend? I hope everybody's weekend was fantabulous. I had a pretty cool, chill weekend. Today I am feeling, how am I feeling today? I'm feeling a little, what would be the good word for me? How am I feeling today? No, I'm not feeling rushed. What would be the good word for me today? I'm feeling a little tired, but I'm ready to go though. I'm ready to go. Absolutely. Mr. Colon, Mr. Payout, good morning. How y'all feeling, brother? How y'all feeling out there? I'm just a little, I ain't gonna say I'm tired. I'm a little, I don't know. Went to bed a little later than expected. Got up and just did some stretching this morning. Didn't exercise, just needed to stretch, traveling and stuff like that. So honestly, for me, I'm feeling pretty good. Other than that, I'm feeling really, really good. What about y'all? How y'all feeling? Let me know. One word me. Ryan, good morning, Ryan. One word me. How y'all feeling? Lackluster. Yeah. Tired, moving out. Yeah. I didn't actually move, but I was moving around all weekend too. So I feel you on that, Kick Rocks. Good morning, sis. Good morning. Super Spaceman, good morning. Yeah, Kaz, I think lackluster is almost like a good word. Like ready to go, but just a little, you know what I mean? But hey, that's just the life of being a trader, right? So this comes with the territory. Yeah, what we got? Feeling good? That's what's up. Mr. Payout, what about everybody else? One word me. How y'all feeling? Let me know. How y'all feeling? One word me. How are y'all feeling? In the chat. Talk to me. Everybody do anything exciting this weekend? Anything exciting? Y'all want to share? Y'all went to some cool place this weekend? What we got? Mike said, I'm feeling all right. Okay. I like that. All right is good. All right is really good. Blessed. Okay, I like that pivot. Pivot point. Blessed. Disciplined. Okay. Those are all what we got. Flora R said blessed as well. That's what's up. Good stuff. For me, I'm ready. I'm actually ready to get this Monday rocking. I'm ready to get it rocking. Let's get it rocking. Let's get that screen share a little bit. Miss T and her 3, good morning. Boom. All right. So News today, Monday, April 13th, pretty much nothing. Existing home sales, yellow folder, that's really the only thing. Oh, we also have FOMC member Moran speaks, but they don't hold any weight, so we're not going to even we're going to take that with a grain of salt. Other than that, nothing else going on as far as news. 7 a.m. and 3:20 p.m. Pacific time. Y'all know I'm on the West Coast. Other than that, nothing going on today. We got a little bit of something tomorrow, but other than that, that's about it. Let's jump on the charts and let's do our daily bias for today. Let's jump to the 5-minute. And I've been running around so much I did not do my daily levels, so we're going to do those together as well. So here we go. 5 o'clock. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. 5 o'clock. And 9. And 11. And 2. So remember, y'all, it's just change it to your time zone. Remember, I'm on the West Coast, so it's 5 and 9, and then we mark out 11, 5 p.m., 9 p.m., and then 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so in those time zones, our Asia low would be one of these. Actually, would be one of these two candles right here. Let me open this up a little bit. One of these. It's actually, let's see here, low, low. It's actually this candle right here would be the Asia low. Asia high would be this one. And let's correspond that to London. So London's low would be here. London's high would be this candle right here. So actually London took out Asia's high, but it did not take out Asia's low. So with that said, our sentiment and our bias for the day is we're looking for NQ to be bullish today. So that'll be our bias. We're not married to it. We got the market opening in 7 minutes. So while we're doing that, I'm going to do my daily levels with you guys, how I get them. So you can just watch me do that. I have a video that explains how I do this. So I'm going to 6:30 a.m. on Friday because that was our last trading day. So let's get there. So 6:30 a.m. the open would have been right here. Open that up. Open is here, 6:30. Boom. All right, so what I'm looking for is I'm looking to see anywhere price touched a pink line, which would be my daily levels, or a blue line, which would be an unmitigated level. And like I said, for those that do not understand this, I have a video that breaks this down. I'm just doing it with you guys today because I didn't do it over the weekend. I've been moving around. So I'm going to do it with you guys since we have a few minutes before market open. So once again, once New York opens, which is this candle right here, 6:30, I'm looking for where price touch once New York opens. I'm looking to see where price touch any one of the blue, which are my unmitigated levels, or any of the pink lines, which are my daily levels. So market opens here. Let's see. Price touched this pink line here. So we're going to go ahead and erase that one. Excuse me. And that's gone. And then keep on going down. If price touched this unmitigated level here, we're going to erase that one. And then keep going. Price down here touched this daily level here, this pink line. We're going to delete that one. And then that's it. So this was our open, 6:30 a.m. And this was the close, 1:55 a.m., which is really 2 a.m. Remember, I'm on a 5-minute time frame. So that's it. Only place the prices touch. So we delete those. The pink lines that price did not touch, those now become unmitigated levels. We changed those to blue because price did not touch them during the New York session. And like I said, for those who don't understand, I have a video. You can go in there and check the video. Now we jump to the daily time frame. Jump to the daily. Let's get there. And then we're marking out Friday's daily levels to trade for today, Monday. This is the Friday candle. So we're going to mark out the daily levels on the Friday candle. All right. Real simple. Real simple. So let's open this up. Switch this down so we can get our number points. Remember, as I told you guys, when you hover your mouse and your crosshair over a candle, it gives you this open, high, low close on top. Yo, good morning, Hella Bands. What's up, Sneha? Good morning. Just checking in already. Made my profit limit for the day. That's what's up. That's what's up. We're just knocking out these daily levels. Good morning, Nadine. All right, so the low here is 25,193. So let's go 25,193. Boom, and that's going to be a pink line because that is a daily level that we're going to use today as a target. Now let's do the open of this candle. 25,237. 25,237. 5,237. Boom. How's the open? Now it's the close of this candle. Close of this candle is 25,281.25. 25,281.25. Boom. Now we got that. Now let's get the high. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Let me just delete this. Okay. Wow. Let's do this. That's how we do. We go back. Right there. Perfect. All right, cool. Now we go to the high of this candle. And the high of this candle is 25,393. So 25,393. And boom. Boom. And daily levels are done. We just did. Let's close this up so you can see. We just did the open. The open, high, low, and close of this candle. So that's Friday's candle. So we're going to use those targets for today. So those are our daily levels done for today. So let's go ahead and go back to the 1 minute. Let's reset this chart. Boom. Daily levels are now completed for the day. All right, that was on NQ. So let me go over here to my other screen. And all right, those dailies are done. And let me make sure my copy is good. Yep. We're fired up over here, ready to go. 2 minutes before market open. Let's change this to micros. Let's knock out the micro chart real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. That was actually really kind of easy because we just did it, right? So it was, I do this on NQ and MNQ because I just like to have both. All right, so this is Friday again. We're doing the same thing again that we just did for NQ. The same exact thing. So market opened here. Once again, it's going to be this pink line. Delete that one. It's going to be this unmitigated here, this daily here, and that's all of them because market close was here. All right, so those are done. Change these to unmitigated levels. Going to change these pink lines to blue because price did not touch those areas during New York Open on Friday. All right. Alarm going off in my ear. That means 1 minute before the market opens. All right, let's get these dailies in real quick. We have about 30-something seconds. Get our daily levels in. Once again, Friday candle for Monday. This would be Friday candle. So the low here is 193.25. 193.25. Let's get those in. Change it to pink. All right, the open here is 242.25. Boom, boom. The close here is 281.25. 281.25. Bam, bam. All right, market just opened. Let's get this high, 393.50. 393.50. Done. Boom. Reset this. All right, market just opened. See what we get. See what we get here. Don't really see too much at the moment. We'll go over last night's move. Last night, if you see it, it's kind of been ranging. Market opened here last night, and we had a little push up. What was that? Right after Asia session, and then it kind of just ranged. It's actually been bullish, but it's been going up slowly. So no news today. I don't know. I really didn't expect too much out of the market today. Got my copier and everything ready to go, but all right, so let's Let's see here what we got. What we got? Let's jump into the what's the name? What we got? What we got? What we got? Daniel, good morning, brother. Cos, I've been in a buy on practice account. Let's see what happens. Got you. Kiara, good morning. Good morning. Hope y'all had a good weekend past week. Yes, 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 yes. We did. I traveled this weekend. I actually went to a comedy show. I went to go see Mike Epps. It was super cool. I like to get my comedy on, get my laugh on. Laughing is good for the soul. So my voice is a little like kind of hoarse from that because I was in there dying. Straight joked out in there. Straight joked out in there. Stomach was on. My stomach was hurting. My stomach's in my cheeks, yo. Man, it was funny though. It was a great show. It was a great show. He was in LA this weekend, actually in Inglewood. So, but yeah, it was real cool. Let's see here what we got. Okay, we might have a possibly if this candle stays. Okay. All right. So while price is just figuring out what it wants to do, we'll just kind of see. So we know by looking. Let me go to the 5-minute. We know by looking at this chart. What can we see here? When you go to 5-minute, what can we see here? Market opened here, actually here, last night, Sunday, beginning of the week, and price has been pretty much bullish. It's been pretty bullish. So we know what? There's liquidity down here, right? We know for sure there's liquidity down here because we know traders got in buys. That for a fact we know. So that means there's a lot of stop losses down in this area, down here, and I would also say down here. So with that stated, daily bias for the day based on a little cheat code was price was going to be bullish. Now, remember, we're not married to that bias because that can change at any moment if we have news or anything else going on. So we're never married to the bias. Remember, the bias is just to kind of give us an idea of what possibly, we're looking for price to do based on a little cheat code. Now, once again, we're not married to that. That's not set in stone. It's just something to keep in mind. I can see price going bullish. Just giving y'all my little bias of what I see. I can see price going bullish only because I know we have a lot of liquidity sitting down here, and we have a lot of liquidity sitting down here. Because as I stated, we know traders got in buys last night. We know that just by looking at the candles. We know people got in buys, traders in other countries or even possibly our country here in the United States, and they got their stop losses down here. So. And I know some been holding and some may have been trailing. Either way, we know it's a lot of sell side liquidity, period. That changes. If you don't hear from me in the chat, I promise I'm not gambling. I'm waiting. Okay, cool. Yeah, is he funnier in person? He's hilarious. Yeah, Mike Epps is hilarious. Price may want to sweep London low as absolutely. I totally agree with that, Serena. We already know the characteristics of NQ, right? It loves to sweep overnight highs and lows, right? That's just something that NQ does. We know that just based on characteristics. That's not us guessing or anything like that or trying to have our own bias. We're just going strictly off of characteristics. All right. So if y'all look at y'all NQ chart, even though I know everyone in here is micro gang, but if you look at your NQ chart, you'll see price on NQ already touched this daily level right here. Let me show y'all. See how this daily level is not touched? We're on a 5-minute, right? It's not touched. You can see that. Price has not quite got this daily line right here, right? But when we go to NQ, check this out. Aha, it touched. So can we just call the daily invalid for the day, or are we only going to call it invalid on NQ and then call it valid on MNQ because price did not touch? Very good question. For me, because NQ is the big dog out of NQ and MNQ, I'm just going to say that because NQ touched this pink level, I'm going to say the daily, my little strat that I take, my little daily strat that I take, it's invalidated. I would have to err on the side of caution. It's definitely invalidated. Yeah, it's invalidated. Even though it didn't touch it here, it did touch it here. So I'm going to say that it's invalidated. And there it is. So I'll look for another setup. Check the 15-minute. We might not get no setup for today. None at all. Let's see here what y'all got. U.S. blockade to begin at, okay. Just got max on, just got max 2 on both accounts after almost 2 weeks of gambling. Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, Kiara. Congrats. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. But it's not on Forex Factory. Just be careful. Got you. That's what's up, Mr. Pay. I appreciate that. It's not on Forex Factory, huh? So 10 o'clock. So that means in about 24 minutes, we're going to have the blockade stuff going on. Okay, let's go here. See what we can find. You know what? We might be able to find it here. Right here. U.S. to blockade ships entering or exiting Iran ports on April 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Oh, so that means, yeah, it's going to happen in, okay. We may get this right here. This might cause some spikes in the market. So let's just be careful, y'all, which may speak to why the market is somewhat choppy right now. Let me see this. Go back here. Let's see this. Yeah, it's a little choppy, a little bit. It's a little choppy, right? Because market opened right here. This candle right here. So not too much at the moment. What we got? I always follow NQ data when there's a discrepancy. Good morning. Let's get to it. Why denim? What's happening? Yep. Good job, Jerry Jack. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Good looking. That is definitely something to be mindful of. Let's see here. Definitely something to be mindful of. What we got? 25193, 25193, 25195, 195 is here. I'm not seeing buys right now. I don't know. I think I'm going to err on the side of caution, just kind of just chill for a second and just let D Young. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in with us. Good morning. I'm gonna chill for a sec based on that news that Mr. Payout, that Jerry Jack just told us right here. That's gonna have something significant. I would only have to think, and someone's gonna be talking, right, y'all? What y'all think? I would only have to err on the side of caution right here. Someone's going to be talking about this. We know that for a fact. This is not news that's just gonna happen and no one's gonna talk about it. Someone's going to say something. He may come on and say something. Yeah, we're going to err on the side of caution right now. And look at how price is going. Market open here. Look, price ain't really moving. There's not a lot of volume, and price isn't moving, in, how would I say, in a trending direction, right? It's really, not really doing too much trending. It's almost kind of going sideways, right? Just a little bit. It's going sideways. Let's just err on the side of caution. That's major news. Mr. Payout, good looking again, bro. That's major news. So we'll see. Let's see. We got 21 minutes. It's interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Anybody in anything? Anybody in anything? Hey, y'all, we got 49 people on the stream and we got 9 likes. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Come on now. We got 51 folks and we only got 9 likes. Let's get them likes up. Totally agree that 10 a.m. news will affect the market. Absolutely. Let's get them likes up. We got 51 viewers in here. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Free likes. It don't take nothing, just a click. Click, click, click. Free click. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm in a little long with lazy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not taking anything at the moment. Please, y'all, let's get the likes up. We need to get 30 more likes. We got 19 likes, 49 of us in the building. Let's get them up. Get them up. Yeah, that was everyone. Let's seriously. I'm late, but that's what's up, Kika Bug. Now you here? I always talk about that. You here? You in the building? We got 9 more likes to get up. There's 9 more. We got 44 watching. We just need 9 more likes, and we doing good. Boom. Nice. I entered a trade, but since the market went in the other direction, I canceled it out. Today is a no trade day for me. That's what's up, Daniel. Appreciate you, brother. What are we aiming for today? We actually just kind of just hanging on and just kind of seeing what's going on, because we got some major news popping in at 10 o'clock, this right here. It's not on our calendar. As you can see, it's not on the calendar, but it's always good to go here to news and see like anything that's going to be trending, quickly or at the moment in the event that it doesn't make the calendar, right? So Mr. Payout, Jerry Jack, he put us on this right here. That's what he put us on this morning. So this is going to be huge. I almost for sure think this is going to move the market. In what direction? Who knows? That's the $1 million question. So there's definitely going to be something going on with this. That's why we have to pay attention to news. And moving forward, I would jump to the news section too much, but I would pretty much be on the calendar. But moving forward, you guys, just by what happened today, I always like to take something and like add it into my mix. I think moving forward, y'all, it'd be good for us to go check, see what's on the calendar and then go into the news column and see what's popping here. Something we could possibly miss, because had Jerry Jack not said nothing, this may have been overlooked. So moving forward, we're gonna add that to our game. We're gonna hit calendar, go in here, see what's popping, then we're gonna go to the news and see what's going on. All right, so we know that's coming in at 10, which is in another 18 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see. And look, market is kind of going sideways, which is kind of indicative of what NQ does when news is coming out. And we gotta think about something, everyone. You can tell the market is being manipulated by everything that's going on. You can tell. We've talked about this. You can tell. So with that stated, market opening here, it hasn't really done too much. And we got that news coming out at 10. It's going to be very interesting to see what this does. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So just, let's just make sure that we are, how could I say, that we're being mindful, right? That's the one thing that we always want to do. We always want to make sure that we're being mindful of everything that's going on around us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is very, very important. Very, very important that we're mindful of that. News is a very, very huge thing. Think about it. We get in a trade. Let's say we get in a buy. Hypothetically speaking, you get in a buy. We're not paying attention to the news. That's coming at 10. You get in a buy. The news comes out, and one candle just drops literally 500 points. Sink your trade and possibly could blow your account, depending on where you are on your account. Possibly, right? So we always just want to be careful of that. We always want to be mindful of that. So it's very, very important that we stand up on all the news that's going on around us. So, yeah, man, it was good to really get that information, because we could have actually been in a trade and who knows where that would have went. But yeah, other than that, excuse my voice, y'all, it's still a little kind of coming back. I was my whole insides was shook up from just being joked out. I was joked out on Saturday. It was crazy, y'all. If y'all get a chance to go to, if you like comedy, go to We Them Ones. Yeah, go check that out. They bouncing all around different cities all through the United States. So go check them out. The whole ticket is cool. Everyone on the ticket is like on their game, literally on their game. So, but yeah, so anybody in anything? I know. Jay Royal, you said you're in a buy. You're in a long, right? You said you're in a long with Lazy. Let me see what Lazy got cooking over here. Lazy got cooking. Okay, he got a long. What is it? An A+ long on the 15-minute. Got it. I know we are waiting due to news, but 15-minute banger is invalid. Yep, yes it is. Let's go and check that. Let's go to the 15-minute. Yep, 15-minute banger is invalid. 15-minute candle, the 615 candle is bullish, as you can see, and the 630 candle, we're on the 15-minute, is bearish. So that would invalidate that. Can't jump in even if I heard that. I heard that. Yeah, so 15-minute banger is invalid. I was reading your comment, Kiara. Good morning, everyone. May your day be prosperous. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Kiara can't jump in even if I wanted to. Right. I'm trying to get in sales, but missed my entry. Jason Sadaro, that's what's up. That's what's up. If you miss the entry, just let it go. Remember, that's one of our rules, right? If we miss our entry, just let it go. Because what does that mean? If we miss our entry and we enter, and that would be one. Either we're chasing the trade, or we're FOMOing, and both of them are basically like the same. It's like saying 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. It's just saying it two different ways, but they really both mean the same thing. So if you missed your entry, just let it rock. Yeah, just let it rock. Just catch the next one. That's it. So, all right. So let's just kind of let that cook a little bit, and let's see what we get. Anybody anybody do anything exciting this weekend that want to share? Anybody do anything exciting this weekend that they would like to share? I would love to know. I would love to know if y'all did anything exciting this weekend. Let me know. Let me know. I'm just getting our had a great date night. Uh-oh. Hey, well, share. Where you go? What'd you do? I hope I'm saying this correctly. Took my son to Chicago for his birthday weekend. Dope, 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 dope. That's nice. That's fire. That's what's up, Kikabug. Had a great date night. You got to share that. I hope I'm saying this right. Mariniv, you got to share that. What you do? Where you go? Started reading the Candlestick Bible. Oh, go on, Q. That's what's up. Great book. Gardening, planted trees, got in the dirt. Hey, that's what's up, Twilight. You know what they say? They say like when you putting your hands in the earth a lot, like that's very healthy. Yeah, putting your hands in the earth, like like gardening and stuff like that. They say gardening is very therapeutic. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, Twyla. That's what's up. Went to a concert on Friday night, hiked with my family and my dog. Nice. Nice. All right, so Mariniv, what'd you do on your date night? And PXBE09, what concert did you go to? Let me know. Let me know. I would love to know. Let me know. Uh-oh, we got some little bullish volume just popped in. Y'all saw that, right? So let me see. Go to 1 minute. Uh-oh. Okay, some volume came in. I wonder if someone's talking. Let me check. Any little tweet or something came out. Nothing yet. Had my wife cooking some short ribs on the grill outside, then just relax and listen to. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's dope. Wife ordered me around. Same. What Morbid Drifter say? My wife ordered me around. Same old. That's hilarious. But that's super cool though. Good shout out to wifey. Sis. When you hear the Candlestick Bible, sis, you just gotta let it go. Just let it go. That's so funny. He just goes right here. That is so funny, yo. That is so funny. The neighborhood. Okay. It did me lots of back testing. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's dope, y'all. That's dope. That's really cool. Y'all know I hate that book. Yeah, 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 yeah. We know you. She said, "Y'all know I hate that book." Oh my goodness, that is so funny, yo. Every time I say the Candlestick Bible, sis is always in the chat. When she ain't in the chat, we're not even talking about the Candlestick Bible. So she get in the chat, the Candlestick Bible conversation always tends to find her. That is hilarious, yo. That is too funny. She's like, I know I hate that book. Oh my goodness. My sis hate that book though, for real, for real. She hate that book with a passion. Like I've seen people like dislike things, but she truly do not like that book. I should take her. Hey, you guys, I should take my sis to a signing when the author comes out. Like let's say the author of the Candlestick Bible is having a book signing. I should take her. I should take my sis. I should take her to that. Be like, come on, sis. Be like, come on, sisters. I'm gonna take you to a book signing. Who's the book? Who's the author? I don't even trip. Come on, let's just go. It's about trading. And it'd be the author of the Candlestick Bible. She's probably gonna be in there scrapping. She's gonna be in there scrapping with him. That's too funny. That is too funny. Sister, and I like that book. She like, forget what y'all talking about. He like that book gets on my nerves. Yeah, but you still read it though, didn't you? I think she did. I think she, yeah, I'm almost for sure she read it a long time ago. Yeah, you know what? I never asked you why you don't like that book, sis. He said y'all do this on purpose. That's too funny. I can't be laughing, yo. I've laughed enough for like a good month right now. I can't be laughing. That's too funny. I hate it because they overcomplicate trading. You don't need to know all those dang candlesticks. Keep reading. They just make up crap. They just making up crap. Got you. I mean, some things can overcomplicate it. I just think it's good from the perspective of um, just to give like a newbie some understanding. You know what I mean? Like on candlesticks. Do you need to memorize all of that? No, you don't. You don't need to memorize all of that. But it's definitely good to. I think it's good to read it just to give you like a good understanding of candles. But it's not anything that you need to memorize. That's for sure. That's for sure. You don't need to memorize it, but it's good to see it, get it, and comprehend it. You don't have to memorize it, but comprehend it because it will give you some idea of different candles, so you can understand that there's different candles, and those different candles mean things. Um, and actually, right, and true, and it's a good foundation. That's right, Lun. It's a good foundation. Absolutely. Simple is best, I agree. No doubt. Simplicity, you definitely want simplicity in your trading. I think it's just a good book like for newbies. Just to read it, you read it one time and then boom, you're good. If you want to read it a second time, that's cool too. But after that, I mean, I think you're pretty much good when you're first starting. Then from there, you just kind of just rock. You just rock out from there. Straight up. But yeah, so price is not doing too much of nothing. We have 6 minutes to the open. Both of my strategies for this morning are pretty much invalidated. So my little market structure shift fair value gap trade that I take, that was invalidated because price right here touched the daily level at this candle at 636. We're on the 1 minute. I'm on micros. This candle this candle right here touched this daily level when market opened before a setup came. So market open was here. That one did not touch this pink line, but this white candle, which is my red candle, or your red candle, excuse me, or which would be a red candle, it touched this pink line right here, which is my daily, so that invalidated that trade. And then there's a trade that I take on a 15-minute, and in order to have that, I have to have my 615 and my 630 candle have to be going in the same direction. In this case, my 615 candle was bullish, my 630 candle was bearish, so that invalidated that trade, which is the reason why I love to trade strategies, because trading strategies, for me, it's perfect for my personality. When my strategies become invalidated, it pretty much makes it easy for me to understand that no trade day for me. But one of our coaches put a trade out, and that trade is cooking right now. In a buy. So what we got? What day for FX replay back testing our trade? Okay, so by this Saturday, everyone, if we haven't decided a date yet, but remember we're doing this in steps. So the first thing is, so anyone that's going to join the back testing little session that we're going to have, I want you to have, by this Friday, I want you to have your FX replay subscription taken care of, because we're going to do it on FX replay. And if you're doing it on something else, 10 pages per night, 10 pages per night, you will get it done fast. That's what's up, Lon. I love that. Absolutely. You didn't finish the book? She said it made me mad. I missed this comment. She said it. I didn't finish it. The book made me mad. That is hilarious. Price wanted to close that gap from last night. Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that. Yep, right here. That's a huge gap down too, y'all. You see that? It's the open from last night. This was, let me go to the 5 minutes so you can see it a little bit better. This candle right here. This candle right here is the actually closing candle from last Friday, right? So I says 155 because the market always closes at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. This candle right here, this white one, this is the opening candle from the beginning of the week, which is Sunday last night, 3 p.m. for me, but 5 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you see, it was a huge gap down, which left a huge fair value gap. And as Serena was just stating, is that price wanted to close the gap, and actually it did. Oh, almost, not quite yet, almost. It needs to get to the low of this candle to close that gap. As you can see, a huge fair value gap right there, which will be here, all the way up here. So it's just about closing it. Once again, another characteristic of NQ. NQ loves to close those weak opening gaps. This is what we would call a weak open gap, meaning start of the week, trading opened on Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. It gapped down. So price was up here, and when it opened, it gapped down here, left a huge gap, and then price has been slowly going to fill it, and it's almost got it filled. I'm almost for sure that price will fill this today. Yeah, if it's got this far, it'll fill it today. All right, what we got? I found out FX Replay has issues, found out it has data issues, CME and not CBOT data, which therefore has direct data, which is also different from the other platforms, so volumes and the charts differ. Right, but remember, it's historical data. So even though that they're using, one uses CEE and not CBOT, that's okay, because you're not trading in a live market. It's historical data. So you don't even need really any data at all, because the data that it's using, Morbid Drifter, is using data from, it's using TradingView charts. So the data technically really doesn't even matter, because remember, it's all historical. So long as these candles, when you go to FX Replay, it's showing you exactly what it did during that time frame in the past, then you're good. That's all that matters. So the data is really irrelevant. That part doesn't matter. And it looks like price is going to close the gap. Almost there. Almost there. Yep, but I truly believe it's going to close it today. So, yep, it's going to close it like soon. But yeah, so Barber Drifter, that really doesn't matter. So that's not really an issue at all. Didn't like that big candle spike. Took my profits and I'm out. 902 accounts. Dope without prejudice. That's fire. Gap closed. Oh, almost. Has to close. The candle has to close above the gap for us to say the gap is totally closed. If it wicks above it and doesn't close totally above it, now see, as you can see, that fair value gap is gone now, because price truly, you're going to see it bounce in and out. You'll see this, it'll be bouncing in and out here until if price stays above it, above this low, it'll be gone. If price ever comes below it, it'll pop back in, but looks like it's going to close above it. Yeah, it's going to close above it. What we got? What we got? Hey, good morning, all. Just dropped in to leave a like. Working today. That's what's up. Appreciate you, Soaking Insider, as always, my guy. Have a great day at work, brother. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. We got 45. We got 46 viewers, and we got 42 likes. Other 4 likes. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. That's the thing, though. The volumes are different, and the strategy I've been backtesting needs accurate. That's incorrect, Morbid Drifter. Incorrect, brother. Very incorrect. The volume is not different. It's not, the volume's not going to be different. It's not going to matter from a backtesting perspective. Trust me, bro. We've been doing this for a very long time. It's not going to matter. Yeah, that's not going to mess with your total time frame is key in FX replay. Only shows it in double digits. You have to go change it. You can change it. Yeah, you can change it. Trust me. There's just trust me. There's no issue with it. You just got to just change it to the right time frame. Double digits on the 1 minute time frame only shows it in double digits. Now you can get it in 1 minute, bro. Do this. Send me a screenshot of what you're seeing, of what you're talking about. Send me a screenshot in the DM. DM me a screenshot, and just send me a screenshot if you want to write on it or whatever, and just kind of let me know, show me what you're saying, so I can look at it and get you and help you out. But yeah, it's not an issue. Trust me, not an issue at all. It won't hurt, and it will not hurt your back testing. There's certain ways that you can back test as well. When we get in our back testing session, I'm going to show you guys a way that you can back test. It's going to be super, super easy and super quick. Because when you're back testing, you don't have to actually take the trade. And you have, if you know the strategy, you don't have to actually take the trade when you're back testing. You can, we'll go over it. We'll go over it. I don't even want to get into it. We'll go over it when we have our back testing session. We'll for sure go over it. All right, cool. Price ain't doing too much. Y'all already saw we had the spike, right? Right? This was our, let me go to 1 minute. This was our 7 o'clock candle right here, right? Right here. As you can see, I don't think price did too much. Excuse me, that news, not price. Price didn't do too much based on the news, but it could be also delayed as well. Maybe no one hasn't started talking yet, not sure. But this is our 7 o'clock candle. Price is still kind of moving around. This is the only little volume we got in at 648. For me, pretty much like a no trade day. I don't really see myself getting in any trades. Yeah, no volume came in at all. Absolutely. Okay, I'll get it with you after the stream. Don't want to bother you. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We good. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. No biggie. So let's get some mental muscle going, y'all, because ain't nothing going on. Like I said, both of my strategies are invalidated, and there's really no volume. So let's go ahead and get into some muscle memory. Let's see here. That's our tip of the day. Let's get our question of the day up. Question of the day is, bam, what is the cleanest setup on the chart right now, y'all? What is the cleanest setup on the chart right now? Let's go back to it. Y'all tell me, what is the cleanest setup on the chart right now? And I'll tell you what mine is. What is the cleanest setup on the chart right now? If you're looking at this chart, what is the cleanest setup that y'all see? Let me know. You can one word me, but let me know. And I'm going to tell y'all what mine is. What's the cleanest setup on the chart right now? What is the cleanest setup on the chart right now? What y'all got? What's the cleanest setup on the chart right now? What y'all got? Let me know. Don't be afraid to answer if anybody's new. If you're new to the family, subscribe, like, Give me the free likes, free subscription. Don't cost you anything. Just a couple of clicks, and I take care of the rest. If you're new to the channel, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't be afraid to chime in. Don't be afraid to engage. What is the cleanest setup on the chart right now? Bottom said uptrend. Morbid Drifter said, I don't see any setup. Morbid Drifter said choppy. Come on, y'all. What else y'all got? What's the cleanest setup on the chart right now? What's the cleanest setup on the chart right now? Y'all let me know. What's the cleanest setup on the chart right now? We got more than 2 folks in here. Come on, y'all. What's the cleanest setup on the chart right now? Let me know. There's no right or wrong answer. Daniel said not trading. Okay. Morbid Drifter said choppy. Bottom said uptrend. What's the cleanest setup on the chart? Longs to unmitigated. Okay. Come on. We got 50 folks. We got 45 likes. We just need 5 more likes. I mean, we got 100 eyes watching right now. That's dope. We got 100 eyes on the stream. We sit on our hands. All right. Higher highs. Okay. I agree, Morbid. I don't see anything right now. Who else? Well, we got buys. Floor R said buys. Mike said range. Breaking BNR. Q said, I don't know. Q said, I like the emoji afterwards. Q said, I don't know. All right. So for everyone that said sit on your hands, for everyone that said that's choppy or no, nothing, I don't see anything either. I don't see no clean setup right here. So and if we were asking ourselves that question, right? What do we see? What the question is, what is the cleanest setup on the chart right now? Nothing. I don't see anything. Nothing at all. Super choppy, going sideways, the only volume we had. We have a reversal zone right here. For me, both of my trades are invalidated. So I don't see anything. Literally nothing. Nothing. What we got? Could try looking inside the zone, but that's hard as it absolutely. Just data that shows us to stay away. Absolutely. Yeah, this ain't nothing. This is not. We never want to take trades in a range, right? We talk about this, right? We never ever want to take trades in a range. Remember we talked about this on Friday. I think Friday's question was, where do traders lose the most trades, right? Where do traders lose the most trades? When we're trading in a range, when there's a range, there's nothing going on. And unfortunately, no news today, no red folder, orange folder news to bring some volume into the market. Also, well, it was a little bit of news, but it didn't make any impact on the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. How do you say that? I don't even know how to pronounce it, but y'all already know the ships entering and exiting the Iranian ports. So, but yeah, nothing pretty much going on right now. So, the answer would be sitting on our hands. That would be the answer, because there's nothing clean on that chart right now. There's nothing clean here. No one should be taking anything. I see higher highs and higher lows for the 1 minute time frame. I'm on the 1 minute. And if you think about it, let's open this up, right? A little uptrend here, but if you think about it, it's still somewhat choppy. I mean, there's really nothing here. If you think about it, there's no huge upward trend and there's no huge downward trend. If you think about it, if you think about where price opened, which was here, right? Price kind of went sideways, had a little volume spurt, and kind of, little small pullback, some more bullish volume, but it's choppy. It's really choppy price action. Nothing here going on. Nothing. This is where we would sit on our hands and just sit back and just be patient. Yeah, there's really nothing here. Literally nothing. For scalping, yes. Yes. The range is good. Paper trade in, or if you see support and resistance levels, absolutely. But even think about it, if it's bouncing off support and resistance level, it's still no move in either direction, right? So if you had a support level or if you had a resistance level, there's still not a lot of trending direction, right? So with that stated, the best thing to do is just sit on your hands. That'd be the best thing to do. That is the cleanest setup we see on the charts right now. Literally, sit on your hands. Now, clean setups are pretty obvious, right? Structure, we have some type of alignment going on, your strategy, something to that degree. For me, none of my strategy, both of my strategies are invalidated. And because I am a strategy trader, then for me, the cleanest setup on the chart right now for me is sitting on my hands, shutting everything down. It's 7-11. I don't see myself getting in a trade. My two strategies were both invalidated today. And I'm not going to just rush anything. So with that stated, for me, there's no clean setup. Let's think about this. If you have to go on here and search for it, if you're searching for a clean setup, that tells you what? There's no setup. You never have to search for a clean setup. A clean setup is going to show itself. Right off, you're going to see it. Here, we would be really, really like forcing something, right? We would be really, really forcing a trade if we got in, if we took a sell or a buy with this price action going on. Because if you take a buy, you're just gambling. You're saying, oh, I think price is going to go down. There's nothing definitive here to give us any kind of, how would I say, confluences that price is going to move in either direction, whether that be bullish or bearish. Nothing here. Since you guys gave us the tip of the day early, it's actually happening right now. No trade days, protect your capital. Absolutely. That's what's up. Yes. So now, could price come back and sweep some of this sell side liquidity? Because this is the London. Let me see here. London low is, squinch these up real good. London low is here. This would be the London low right here. This candle, this low right here is the London low. And Asia low would be here. And then this is all Australia right here. Oh, let me move this over. So Australia would be here. All these. Asia low would start here. And then London's low would be actually here. This is London's low. So there's a lot of sell side liquidity. Price wants to come and reclaim some of that. Nice. I don't see us. Why would we take a trade? Why would we mess around with this? I mean, you can take sales, but just because you see the candles going down, there's no structure there. There's no alignment there. There's no confluences here. You know what I mean? I don't even know if that's even a strategy for anyone to just jump in a trade and a sell because they see candles, selling. That's not how we trade. We process-driven traders, right? So I don't see anything. So we sit on our hands. And as I stated, if you have to search for it, that lets you know there's nothing there. Searching for it would be basically somewhat forcing a trade, correct? We do not want to force trades. So clarity doesn't need an explanation, right? If there's a setup here and it's clear, clarity doesn't need an explanation. If there's a setup, we see it, we take it. There's nothing here. So the cleanest setup on the chart right now is no trade at all. And for me, I'm going to go ahead and log out of my accounts because I'm not taking any trade for the day. I am done. Nothing for me on this Monday. Let's go back and get our mental muscle rocking. So as we stated, clean setups are obvious. They're structured. They're aligned, right? If you have to search for it, it's not clean. Pretty simple. Clarity doesn't need an explanation. If there's a setup on that chart, you will not have to look for it. It will show itself. You'll have everything that you need. It'll check off all your boxes. If not, then what do? We sit on our hands. Nothing. We don't force anything. We sit on our hands. Nothing going on. Nothing going on. So With that stated, let's move to tip of the day today. Let's get there. Let's get to the tip of the day. Let's get this mental muscle rocking. Since the charts ain't giving us nothing, those candles going down are just a trap. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stephen, absolutely. Absolutely. It catches all those people FOMOing in and then wicks you out and then head back to the other direction. Definitely a huge possibility, but I would consider that like a falling knife. Absolutely. There's nothing there. There's no structure there. Come on, ain't nothing there. You stay out of that. That's trash price action, literally. Trash price action. We don't trade in that. All right. If price stalls, pay attention. Right? What are we talking about here? If price stalls, pay attention. If we're talking about price stalling, what are we talking about, y'all? Consolidation, right? Right? Consolidation. And consolidation gives clues, right? If we see a lot of consolidation, what does that mean? Price stalls, which is consolidation. Stalls meaning it's not going bullish, it's not going bearish, it's basically ranging, going sideways, it's just consolidating, right? That's what happens when price stalls, right? So when price stalls, what do we want to do? We want to pay attention to that, right? Because stalling means what? Price is building. It's a buildup or a weakening, but we know it's a buildup of some kind because it's either going to break out bullish or it's going to break out bearish. That we know for a fact. That we know for a fact. When price stalls, we need to pay attention because price is stalling for a reason. But also we know that stalling is what? It's a buildup. It's a buildup of all those candles just trading in that little range, in that little area, right? And we know at some point it's going to be a breakout. It's going to be a breakout in some particular direction. And what direction that trade breaks out or that consolidation breaks out into is going to have a lot to do with what happened before that. When I always say look left, right? What happened before that consolidation. So let's use today as an example, right? There's always consolidation before a move. Price is pausing. It's building up. It's that's when we need to pay attention. It's showing us something. So hypothetically speaking, right? We'll use today as an example. We know what? Looking at this chart, I'm gonna go to the 5 minute just to get less candles. So we're just speaking from overnight. Australia came in, Asia came in, then London came in, and then New York came in. All right. So looking at this chart, we can totally see that we had a lot of buying pressure. We had some pullbacks, some weak ones. This was probably the strongest pullback of the night right here, right? You can just look at the candles and tell, right? Consolidated, we went up. Then look, we consolidated, right? And then we went up again a little bit. And then we consolidated, right? Went up a little bit, and then we pulled back, right? And then we've been pretty much bearish ever since, right? Okay, now, as you can see, when price was stalling right here, this is what we would call price stalling. Let me mark that little area out. This is what we would call price stalling. This is price stalling right here. You can see it. Just stalling. It's pretty much ranging in the same direction, right? And then it broke out a little bit, and now it's stalling again. Well, not now, but it stalled again. Right here. Right? Stalled again. Then it broke out, and then it pulled back, and look where it came back to. Right to the same area where all of this consolidation was. Look at that. Look at this wick. Broke out, pulled back. What happened here is this consolidation area became support for this candle. Well, for price in general, not necessarily for this candle, but for price in general, this became support. So it came down, touched here. You can see the crosshair, the low that it made is all the way across pretty much all these candles, right? And then it shot up. Now, we never want to ignore these pauses. Pauses meaning price action just kind of pausing, meaning it's just going in one direction, because we know what? There's going to be a breakout of some sort. And you can maximize some of these. If you trade breakouts, you definitely want to always be paying attention to when price pauses. But even if you have a strategy, you want to pay attention to price pausing, because we know what? Price is going to break out in a particular direction. We know that. So just from a psychology perspective, when price stalls, pay attention. It's telling you something. Remember, these candles give us a story, right? They give us a story. This is what they do. They give us a story. So now I don't use breakout strategies, how would I say, when I trade NQ, but I do use breakout strategies when I'm trading crypto, because my crypto sis and coach, she, this is how she trades. So not this, but I'm saying she trades breakouts. So price stalling, you know what I'm saying, has a lot to do with how we trade that strategy. We don't trade crypto just based on stalling price, but from a breakout perspective, when price stalls, it's something definitely to pay attention to, not just in crypto. I was just using it as an example, but in any ticker that you're trading. So just keep that in mind. Once again, we're just sharpening our trading sword. We're just adding some extra education in today about price, about what to look for when price stalls. You always want to pay attention. Don't ignore these pauses. These pauses are very, very important, because there's a buildup here. Price is building up to break out in one of these directions. Sometimes the breakouts are huge. Sometimes the breakouts are not that huge. That's just the way it goes. All right, let's see here. What we got? Those candles going down are just, yep. Candles, all those candles. Oh, it catches all those. Yes, one more in. Is Juvier's Inner Circle good for newbies, or should I have experience before talking to them? Nah, you can jump in at any time with them, Ryan. Yeah, it's definitely good for newbies. But it's a prestigious community. You have to go through like the interview process to get in. But yeah, you can actually talk to them, and if they believe you're a good fit, you'll be in, no doubt. You'll be in. But definitely, yeah, it's great for newbies, not just good for newbies. It's great for newbies. But yeah, it's give it a try. If you have the opportunity, give it a try. So just going back to that, y'all, like not too much going on with price action at the moment. It did make a little move, and then it came back down. Not anything that I mean, on the 1 minute, it's even more noisier, you can see. So I'm sitting out today, no trade day for me. Actually, let me log out of my account over here as well. All right, so I'm logged out of all of my accounts, but my charts are still up. It's good to still keep your charts up when you log out, just so you can watch price action, get the characteristic nature down of how this ticker moves, but at the same time, protect your accounts by just closing out the charts. Why I like to say, excuse me, not your charts, but close out of your account. Why I like to say that is because then we're not tempted to want to get back in. If we see something, or if we think we see something, by the time we go to log in and do all of that trade is gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to just log out of my accounts, but leave my charts up. So if I am tempted, I can't just click and get in a trade. I got to log in and all of that stuff. So that's the idea when I say log out of your accounts. Other than that, let's see here. All right, cool. So let's run back through this again. Let's talk about consolidation. If price stalls, pay attention. If price stalling, what is that? Consolidation, right? Stalling means what? Build up. Build up of price. It's just staying in one direction. Building up for what? Building up for a breakout in either direction. What direction? You're going to have to look left and see what's going on. Where is there liquidity? Most of the time, price is going to break out towards that liquidity. Am I correct? Because it's going to go snatch up those stop losses, right? That's what liquidity is, you guys. When I say liquidity, what I'm talking about is all of those stop losses that are sitting there from whatever way price was trending. If we know price is trending bullish, then we know what? A lot of buyers are in longs, right? They're in buys. So there's a lot of stop losses down there. If price is trending bearish, and if price has been trending bearish all night, that means what? Traders got in sells. So we know there's a lot of stop losses above to the buy side. If price is trending bullish, There's a lot of stop losses to the sell side. Like today, we have a lot of sell side liquidity, meaning there's a lot of stop losses to the sell side. So understanding the way NQ works, the characteristics of it, if price starts to build up, it's a possibility it could break bearish, right? Build up consolidation. It's stalling, it's building up, it breaks bearish, and it can possibly go after all of that liquidity to the sell side. So that is kind of how you try to gauge and get an idea of where price is going based on what price did previously. That's why we always say, look left, right? Look left. And based on today, when you look left, you know that what? Price was trending bullish. So that means there's a lot of sell side liquidity because there's a lot of people that have, a lot of traders that have stop losses there from their long trades. Some people are still holding. You got some traders that are trailing price. You got some traders that have their stop losses still all the way down there and they're just holding. So there's a lot of sell side liquidity. So just keep that in mind. Never ignore the pauses. When you see price stalling and pausing, pay attention. Something, could possibly be on a horizon of something breaking out. Just keep that in mind. So that was the whole purpose of going over this tip of the day. If price stalls, pay attention. And once again, it's from a characteristics nature. I'm not saying if price stalls, look to take a trade. We're just dealing with education. We're just on education today. Now, if you have a strategy that is based on consolidation and you're looking for a breakout, then this definitely even speaks to you even more, because when price is stalling, you need to pay attention. Quick question. To mirror your trade, do I have to open an account starting with 5K to mirror my trade? You can't mirror any of my trades. You can just take the trade the way I take a trade. But if you wanted to have a live account, you only need really like $1,000. You don't need to put 5K in an account, especially if you're new. Yeah, just put like $1,000 at the most and trade micros, not minis. Yeah, put $1,000 in an account. If you're gonna put 5, just put 1,000. That's really all you need. 1,000 is like perfect for micros. Why? Because that allows you to trade at least 5 micros, right? But also too, $1,000 is a good amount to start with when you're trading micros. The tick value on a micro is only 50 cents. So I think $1,000 is like more than enough. And it gives you a lot of room to make mistakes, have some trades go against you, but also put yourself in a position to not blow the account and be able to fight and win, fight and trade another day. You're welcome. No problem. No, you're welcome. No problem. But you don't need to put 5K. Nah. Just put 1K in there, and trust me, you're good. And trade micros. No more than 5. No more than 5 micros. No one needs to be trading minis. We talk about this all the time. If you're trading minis, you're tripping. You're trading minis, yeah, you're tripping. No minis. No minis. Micros is perfect. That's all you need. All you need is micros. At least 5 micros, you're good to go. Trust me, that's safe for your account. Yeah, minis move a lot faster, but remember, they move also a lot faster when it's non-profitable as well. So 1,000 is great. 5 micros at the most. I would say start slow. Start with like 1 or 2 just to get a feel for it, right? Get a feel for how it moves, and as well as you're protecting your capital. You can take when you're trading micros, and you have like at least $500 to $1,000 in your account, you can be able to take a lot of trades. That account can take some hits and still be cool and not be like so crazy in drawdown that you can't, get the account back positive. Just remember micros right here, M's. The M's on the M and Q, the ones that you see on my chart all the time, M's, micros. So even if it's ES, YM, M's, micros. Not minis. And you're good. So look at this. This is super crazy. We're just talking about consolidation today, right? Look at this right here. This is like consolidation at its finest. Look at this. Look at that. That's consolidation at its finest right there. I didn't include the wick in on this one. I'm just showing from example purposes. You can even do it like this, right? Like consolidation at its finest. Like you can just see prices just same size candles. They're staying in the same area. They're not really, breaking too high above each other. That's consolidation at its finest right there. We're in a choppy market right now. That's why no need to be trading in this. Everyone, if you want to trade, you should be demo trading right now. Period. Period. Anybody got any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So our question of the day was, what is the cleanest setup on the chart right now? And we talked about that. Sitting on our hands. That's the cleanest setup on the chart right now. Sitting on our hands. Nothing going on. I was going to say open 5 accounts with 1K in each. If you were going to invest 5K, then copy trade if you're experienced enough. The thing is, to do that, you can do sub accounts. Like you can open some sub accounts if you're going to live trade, but I wouldn't recommend that either. Like if you're going to copy trade, I would recommend just get some prop firms, especially when you're new. Don't use your own capital. If you want to have like one live account where you have like, you put $1,000 in, but that's cool, but do prop firms. Because remember, in trading, remember you guys, we're going to lose. We're not going to lose. We're going to have more non-profitable trades than profitable trades at the beginning, right? We know that. So what? If we're going to be burning through some capital, at least that'll be prop firms, right? Not our money, right? Because we can go get an account for like the cheapest $77, depending on what prop firm you use. The most expensive, like a few hundred, right? Even with that, that's still a safer bet. Because if you blow the account, it's only going to be the amount you spend on that prop firm. If you put 5K in an account and you blow the account, it's 5K of your money. That's different. Totally different. So that's why I recommend, one second, you guys, let me plug in my laptop. That's why I recommend, if you want a live account, do 1,000, like $1,000, 500 to 1,000 in your live account. That's good. And then prop firms after that. Yeah, that's how you do that. And with a copy trader, you can copy your live account with your prop firm accounts. You can lead with your live account and let your prop firm accounts follow them. You can lead with a prop firm account and let your live account follow your prop firm account. You can do it however you want to do it. You could trade them separately, you know what I mean? But I think the right way, like off the top, just use prop firms. Because that same $1,000 that you're going to put into a prop firm, into your live account, think about how many accounts you can purchase with that, especially if you're starting slow. You just purchase one account. At the most, $300, $400. At the cheapest, $77, depending on, what account you're buying and what you're doing. To get a hedge funder account, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but also remember this. It's expensive for a reason, and it's not expensive like it's too expensive. No, it's more money because it's a already funded account. Those evals, they're different. Think about it. When you get an account with an eval, it may be cheaper, right? Meaning the price to purchase the account be a little bit cheaper. But what also comes with that? You really have to like pass the account twice, in a sense. Well, excuse me, not pass it twice, but you have to get to that same. To pass the eval, you got to get to the payout threshold, right? Excuse me, to pass eval, you got to get to the eval amount, right? You pass it. Then now that account becomes a funded account. Then you have to get to the payout threshold. So it's like you're doing the account twice, if you think about it. You got to get to that number in the eval, then you got to get back to that number again in the funded. With the edge funder accounts, it's automatically funded. So you start right off ready to make ready to get a payout. So, yep. Yes, absolutely. Just as Mr. Payout said, Jerry Jack stated, you give yourself more opportunity to get funded. And then also too, it's going to help make you a disciplined trader. You make double the amount to get paid. You hit your make double the amount to get paid. Right, you hit to make double the amount. Right, absolutely. That's correct. That's correct, Lon. Absolutely. That's the concept. That's the idea. The prop firms is for a couple of things. Prop firms are there to help you leverage the money that you have, right? Because you're leveraging your personal capital to get a prop firm account. That's if you think about it, you're leveraging, right? You're spending a few $100s to be able to leverage 25K, 50K, 100K, 150K, right? So that's a great leverage, right? Now, trading the prop firm account is also going to do what for you? If you're following the rules and you're not breaking any of the rules, then what? You're practicing on your trading discipline. So it's going to help you become a disciplined trader as well, because you got to trade within the rules. Then as you get to payouts, you can take those payouts and start stacking them in your live account, right? Then you get some more prop firm accounts, and then you start copy trading. And before you know it, you're going to start getting a lot of payouts, because you're going to be taking out payouts on multiple accounts because you're copy trading, as well as you got your live account going, and there it is. Very simple. It's a very, very cool equation. You just got to be patient and rock with it. How do I get the FVG on a TF account and kill zones? Good question. You would have to go into indicators and see on a TF account. You would have to go into indicators and see. They do use TradingView charts, but remember, it's TradingView charts on the dashboard. So some of the indicators that, most of the ones that are there, you can get them, but I know they don't have, no platform that's going through a dashboard for a prop firm has all of them. That's just the way that it works. It's not a TEF thing. It's just the way that it works. Any prop firm that's using TradingView charts, they're not going to get every indicator that's on TradingView just normally, right? Like when you're on like TradingView like this, right? You have more options of getting all the indicators that are on TradingView. When you're on TradingView through a dashboard for another, like a prop firm, the way the edge funder is at the moment, you won't get all of the indicators. You will get most, but not all of them. So it's just the way that it works. It's not an edge funder issue. It's just how it works. Even I don't recommend them. I'm just using this for an example. Top Step also uses, TradingView charts, I believe. Yeah, Top Step X uses TradingView charts, and you can't get all the indicators on there that you can get here on the actual TradingView platform. Remember, Top Step X is their platform, and that's their dashboard, and they're using TradingView on their, they're like a third party, they're partnered up. So it's just the way that it is, unfortunately. But let me say this. The last integration that the Edge Funder is doing, you'll be able to have all of that. Yeah, you'll be able to have all of it. It'll be just like this. Yeah, it'll be just like this, except you'll be in the Edge Funder accounts. That's the last integration that they're working on right now. So, yep. And that one's coming. So just be patient, but we'll, it's coming. Just for sure, it's coming. Well, you'll still be able to trade your Edge Funder accounts, but at the same time, you'll be able to, you have options. Trade on TradingView through the Edge Funder dashboard, or trade on TradingView, just TradingView, but you're still in your Edge Funder accounts. So basically what you'll do is you'll go to trade, you'll go into a broker. It'll be a particular broker that the Edge Funder is connected with. You'll log into that broker, and you'll log into that broker with your Edge Funder credentials. Not now, but during the last integration when that's announced. And then what'll happen is you'll log in, and then boom, and you'll be right on the chart like this. Your account will be down here under where my mouse is pointing. It'll be down here, just the way it is when you log in any other account. And you'll be trading directly on TradingView, but trading in the Edge Funder account. And as I stated, that's the last integration. So let's see here. I appreciate that, y'all. We got 48 viewers and 49 likes. I love it. We got more likes than viewers at the moment. I know a couple of folks felt jumped out. All good. But other than that, anybody got any questions for me? Looks like a no trade day, y'all. What do y'all think? I think it's a no trade day. Look, we're on the 1 minute. We're on the lowest time frame, right? Let me get up there. We're on the 1 minute. We're on the lowest time frame. 1 minute. And you can just see what price is doing. It's ranging. Ranging. Ain't nothing there. Sit out. Sit on your hands. This is what we do on days like this. On days like this, what we do is we do this. Right here. Shut it down. Shut it all down. We're looking for the button that does both. That's what we're doing on these kinds of days. Shut it down, shut it all down. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So if anybody made any bread today, that's what's up. Glad you made some money. If you didn't, it's no big deal. Protect the capital. Just as my man, Mr. Payout, Jerry Jack stated. Let me go and pop that up because everybody needs to see this. Protect the capital. That's a win for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't have to trade every day. We always talk about this. Professional traders do not trade every day. Trading is your business. The reason why you don't need to be trading every day is because we're not going to see a setup every day. As today is a great example. Both of my trade strategies that I trade, they were invalidated. That's it. Just that simple. My trading day ended just that quick. It ended at about 6:45. My trading day was over. 15 minutes within the trading day, both of my strategies were invalidated. So guess what? My trading day is over. Just that simple. And no big deal because, as Jerry Jack said, protect the capital, that is a win in itself. Absolutely. We do not have to trade every day. We do not have to force a trade every day. You know what I'm saying? Because taking a trade every day is almost forcing a trade. Not every day, but, some of those days. Today, there's nothing. Just sit on your hands. Demo trade. Open up your demo account. Play around with that. That'll be the best thing to do. Other than that, ain't really too much going on. Let me see. I think there's something I want to talk about with you guys. Oh, we kind of touched on it a little bit, the back testing. So just remember everyone, if you're going to do the back testing session, it's going to happen. I say within another couple of weeks. I'm doing it in stages. We talked about this, right? Thanks for the words of wisdom. Good stuff, bro. You got it, Ryan. Anytime, my guy. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Stay off the charts. It's nothing. Trent, I'll send you a friend request. Yeah, it's all good. I think we're locked in. More of a drifter or not, just send me one, bro. Yeah, send me one. We'll run through that. That's no big deal. But yeah, just remember, professional traders don't trade every day. Number one, they don't trade every day. At all. They don't trade every day. People think of professional traders on the chart. No, they trade less. They may trade maybe once a week, maybe a couple of times a week. They don't trade every day, though. When I say professional traders, I mean professional traders, not a trading guru, not someone who's, online and just, doing very well as a trader. I mean a professional trader, like someone who's considered a professional trader. Like when they go to prop firms, they have to identify as a professional trader. And most of the times, professional traders will not be trading on prop firms. They're going to be trading their live account. That's the thing. They don't trade every day. They wait for, how would I say, the most opportune time to take a trade, and when they take that trade, they in heavy on that trade. Yep. So just keep that in mind. So we're retail traders. We're bottom feeders. We don't trade every day either. No reason. Well, I got the request, Morbid Drifter. Let me accept it. Cool. We locked in. I already accepted your request, my guy. So we locked in. But yeah. Any questions for me? And I'm gonna run back through I'm just stating it right now. I'm gonna run back through the FX replay. Our FX replay, how would I say, date that we have. We have an FX replay date. But if you have any questions for me, cook them up in the comments real quick. I'm going to run back through this thing about FX replay. So what we're doing is with FX replay, as y'all know, we're going to be doing a backtesting session. What we're going to do is everyone that is going to participate, I want you to have your FX replay subscription by Friday, this Friday. If you get it beforehand, cool, no big deal. But at least by this Friday, have it. All right? And then what are we going to do? If you get it before that time, I want you to already start learning how to use it. Start learning how to use it. Real easy. They have webinars on the FX replay site. Excuse me. Yeah, they have some past webinars that they do because FX Replay, they do free webinars that show you how to use it and use the platform and use the tool. Also, you can go to YouTube search bar and put in how to use FX Replay. Real simple. You're going to get a bunch of tutorials up. I believe FX Replay has a YouTube channel as well. So, plethora of information out there. A plethora of information. So, there's no excuse why you should not know how to use it prior to us having the session. So by Friday, we're going to have it. We're going to subscribe for it. It's $35 a month. It's the best tool that you can have. Remember, we have to invest into our education. We have to invest into ourselves, into our skill. It's $35 a month. That ain't nothing, literally. And I'm not saying it like you got to have all this money. I'm just saying I think $35 a month is nothing for a tool that is going to help you get some bread. Like, for real. Backtesting, you need it. We need it. This is how we practice every day. These are those free throws every day for a basketball player. These are those running routes and catches for a wide receiver, or kicking for a soccer player, or hitting for a base. You know, it's just however you look at it. This is how we train, by backtesting. So have FX replay by Friday, if not sooner. Then I'm going to have everyone like hit me up, and then I'm going to get like a list and a list of, everyone that has it. So I know how many people are going to be in the room. And then that's going to let me know if I'm going to do it over Zoom, which I think doing it over Zoom might be even better. We'll do it over Zoom, right? And then me having the list or having the amount of people that's going to join the session is going to let me know how many people I'm going to have on the Zoom. Real simple. Now, once we know we get it on Friday, y'all going to let me know. I'm going to know how many people that are going to be on the Zoom. If some people jump on afterwards, no harm, no foul. But at least I have an idea of the amount of people, right? Then we're going to take a whole week after we get it on Friday. It's going to give us like another whole week to learn how to use the tool. Once we learn how to use the tool, then because I'm going to be asking questions, and then I'll be like, all right, y'all, on this day, we're going to have our back testing session. Once again, the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want the back testing session to turn into a question and answer on how to use the tool. Now, if someone has to ask a couple questions, some clarity questions, that's cool. I have no problem answering that. But I'm saying I don't want it to turn into how you do this, how you do that, how you do this, where you go to do that. That's not what we're going to do. We ain't doing that, because that's going to take away from the backtesting session, right? We want to backtest a particular strategy so we all can do this together and start building this backtesting repetition, right? And most likely we're going to do it on a Friday, our backtesting session. Why? Because I want our minds to be fresh off the backtesting session to go into the weekend and practice what we did the day before on Friday. So that's why I'm structuring it like this. Like, there's always a method to my, I ain't gonna say a method. Well, yeah, there's always a method to my madness, even though I don't think there's nothing too much mad I have going on. But there's a method to my madness, so to speak. So Friday we get it. Take an account of everyone that has it, and then the next Friday we have it to the next Friday to practice it. And it probably won't be the next Friday. I'm probably gonna give it like a couple weeks, but that doesn't mean you take your time and be like, oh, well, I'll get it in a couple of weeks, because then you're going to be even a week out from learning how to do it. I want you to at least be a couple of weeks proficient with learning how to use the tool. So when we go to backtest, guess what? Everyone can jump on, know how to use it, maybe a question here or there. But if you're learning how to use it, once you start following along with me, when I'm sharing my screen with you guys and we're on Zoom, and you understand how to use the tool, then it'll be easy for you to just follow along with me. You'll know where to go to click. You'll know how to log in. You'll know how to set up your stuff. And even if you don't, a couple of little things we can do. But for the most part, we're not going to be answering a bunch of questions on how to use it. We ain't doing that. We're going to get it, and then we're going to rock out, and we're going to test the strategy, and we're going to probably be on there for, I don't know, we'll see. It could be a couple of hours. I don't know. We'll see how we feel. I don't know. It could be 3 hours. It could be 4, like literally. Like if we're on there and we just back testing, we're going to start way back, go back 3 years, and then we're just going to start building it up. And then what we'll do is we'll go so far till I guess folks is getting tired and people got to jump off, whatever. And then you will pick it up from there, and you will continue on by yourself when the weekend comes. And there it is. Now we are got that set in stone. You have a strategy. You can back test it. You know how to back test it, and you just keep practicing. And then I'm going to show y'all how we can add other strategies. You can add all of your strategies in FX Replay. And then when you go to trade the strategy, it'll be a session for for only that strategy. So you could do it like, let's say if you have like strategy 1, hypothetically speaking, you can do a session for strategy 1. And you could do a separate session for strategy 2 and strategy 3 and so on and so forth. Or if you have names for your strategies, whatever that is, I'm just saying, you can set it up like that. We're going to do all of that and get it rocking. So once again, get it, have it by Friday, and then we'll go from there. Other than that, that's pretty much it. When was the last time you saw a great setup and great profitability day? I've watched you for a bit now. Probably was like 3 weeks. I think it was like 3 weeks ago or maybe a month ago, about 3 weeks ago. I think I did like 780 and 13 accounts. Yeah, I would think that would be the best day. But that's, since the war caused, it's been crazy. I haven't really traded that much since the war. Yeah, it's been super lackluster like it is now. Like you go look at price, it's not even doing nothing. Like it's done nothing. So, but yeah, that's when I would say cause about 3. You know what? I can tell you right now. Let me look, because I screenshot all of my my trading days. If I take a trade, but I screenshot all of them, every last single one. I'll tell you right now. That one was, I want to say it was like the last week of March. That's what I'm thinking. I think it was the last week of March. Let me see here. Yeah, it was. It was the last week of March. It was 325, March 25th. Yep. March 25th. Yeah, March 25th. Yep, and it was like 700, it was like 781 in however many accounts. My smallest trade since then was like I think it was 260. I think the one I did on Friday. It's like 260 and 13 accounts. That was my smallest. But I haven't really traded that much. I'm looking at it, it's like in a week's time, it's like at the average of 2 trades. Yep. Pardon my French, but the war can go and F it. Hello, yep. I said it, please don't ban me. It's good, it's all good. Tired of it messing with my money. It's all good. Just got to just stay stoic, morbid drifter. It's all good. So it is what it is. It sucks. Trust me, it sucks. Because it is messing with the money. But what can you do? What can you do? It's got to learn how to trade within it, bro. That's all you can do. Trust me, morbid drifter. It sucks. It does. It really does. But there's nothing we can do. We just got to just trade within it and just, we ain't going to complain about it. It does suck. But we're not going to complain about it because we don't want to trigger like nothing in our brain to get us on some habits of complaining, right? We only want, it is what it is. It does suck, but we just moving on. We just like next, like whatever. But yeah, it's put like this. Let me see, boom, boom, boom. I haven't got a payout for March or um, March or April so far. January, February, yes, but not March, April. Haven't gotten any. I didn't get a payout in March, and April is still here. I'll probably end up getting one this month, but yeah, haven't got a payout in March. January, February, yes, of this year so far. But it is what it is. We just gotta, like I said, I'll always state this: we have to move with the terrain. When the terrain changes, we got to change with it. So that's about it. Um, and anyone else too, you should have noticed. I'm not sure how long you've been trading, but if you've been trading for at least like since last year, sometime like let's say the middle of last year, let's say you're 8 months in, 6 to 8 months in, you can honestly say you definitely have seen a drop in the amount of trades that you've taken. You should see that because the market has not been giving a lot of good setups. So I know for me, for my strategies, like I trade it when it happens. Haven't traded that much. I'm usually trading an average of 3 to 5. Take an average of 3 to 5 trades a week. I've been taking an average of like 1 to 2. That's a significant drop. But that's been since January 20th. Let me say that as well. That's been since the war. Yeah, that's been since the war. Yep. And the payout that I took in February, that was really like on the back end of what I did in January. Think about it, right? Because we got to build up, right? We got to build up our accounts to take a payout, right? So if you think about it, that February payout is kind of, how would I say, it doesn't really say much. It's like, oh, well, you got a payout in February. But that was amounts that I was making on the back end in January, like right before the war happened. What I took out in January was really from like the back end of what I did in December, if you think about it, right? Because you got to build up those, build up your accounts and get to your payout, right? I did take a payout November. Excuse me, I took one. No, definitely November, December. I know I took a payout. I'm trying to see if I had took one in October. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look, but I know I did take one November, December, January, February. I haven't taken a payout in March or April so far. So yeah, it is what it is, man. What can we do? Jerry would say, Mr. Payout, I'm still working on my, yeah, absolutely. I'm taking my time too, bro. Like I'm taking my time. Y'all know I've been base hitting it. Little base hits. That's all I've been doing. So, but yeah, other than that, man, I think that's it for us on a Monday, bro. Bros and sisters. Like that's it. Ain't really too much going on here. Let me jump back to news. I want to see if anything changed on the calendar. Let me refresh this. Nope, nothing changed on the calendar. So all of that is pretty much what we see. Let's go here to news. Any Iranian ships come anywhere close to our blockade, they will be immediately eliminated. Okay, so now we're on that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've been like taking base hits. That's why the market has been the way it is, because we're dealing with this kind of stuff. Like, and this ain't no political statement. I'm saying like when there's words like this stuff is affecting the market. Like I'm not care who's saying it. I'm not saying, oh, because Trump, it's not political. It ain't even no finger pointing to him. I'm just saying we're having reports of these kinds of things coming out, these words, regardless who's saying them. We're having these words coming out. So with that stated, like that's why the market is, like going like it's going. It's all kind of, just madness out there right now. So this is the stuff that we have to, be paying attention to. And I'm gonna say it again. Let's make sure we start dipping our head up in this news tab. The calendar is cool, but I think we should be doing a lot more living in here, especially after today. Let's make sure that we are doing a lot of living in here and just keeping up on what's going on, because this is always going to be, hot story is going to be what's going on right now. And here is just actually more news, but without pictures and whatnot. But it's still the same thing, because this was 34 minutes ago. And it tells you when it was. Gives you 34 minutes ago. We ain't got to read the comments on it, but these things will let us know what's going on. So let's just keep that in mind, something that we're adding to our trading game. We're going to make sure that we are paying attention to the news column in Forex Factory. Calendar, yes, but news as well. So other than that, ain't too much going on for me. Like I said, all of my accounts are closed. They're logged out. Just my charts are up. I'm not going to be doing too much anything today. Other than that, Y'all have any questions for me, let me know. Questions, concerns, hit me up, let me know. Before we get out of here, yeah, let me know if we have any questions about anything. All right, looks like we don't, but I'm gonna hang on because I know there's like a little 15-second delay, 15, 20-second delay. Let me know, you guys, if you guys have any questions about anything. All right, well, I don't think we do. I'm gonna hang on for a few more secs, and we can just kind of go out the rest of our day, enjoy the rest of our day, and enjoy our Monday. We tapped in, just to see what the market was going to give us today. It didn't give us too much of anything. I know some of us got in, made some quick little bread. Some of us didn't. My strategy is not set up today. They were both invalidated by price. So with that stated, I took no trades today. So I started the week off protecting my capital. No, I did not. I did not YN. I did not. I didn't take a trade. Both of my trades were invalidated. Yep, today. Invalidated because of price. Yeah. One of them I needed a particular 2 candles. That didn't happen. So that was invalidated. And then on my other trade, price touched my daily level, so that invalidated that strategy. So nothing for me today. Just sat on my hands. But other than that, man, I appreciate everyone that stepped in with us. Stepped out, but stepped in with us. Excuse my voice. Still a little getting over it being hoarse. As y'all know, I went to a comedy show this weekend. It was really, really cool. Mike Epps, it was really dope. Are you using the Edge Funder? Yes, but I'm not using it right here because the Edge Funder is through another dashboard. So, but yeah, I definitely use the Edge Funder. Yes, I do. Absolutely. Other than that, y'all have a great remainder of y'all Monday. For the ones that made bread today, I'm glad y'all made bread. Also, at the same time, if you didn't make any bread, you closed your accounts out and you got your charts up, but you have your accounts closed out. No one should be taking anything moving forward. If you didn't make any bread, you still protected your capital today, so you still did good. Other than that, let's keep our capital protected and be ready to come in here and trade tomorrow. Speaking of which, let's see what we got news going on for tomorrow. What do we got? Oh, we got some PPI at 5:30 and just a bunch of yellow folder, all the FOMC members that really hold no weight. Red folder tomorrow at 5:30. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Maybe tomorrow we can lock in, catch some cool profits, and be good. Other than that, y'all be good. I love y'all. Y'all know that. Love and appreciate y'all, all y'all. Shout out to the Edge Funder co-founders, Juvier, Scalp God. Without them, we would not be here. Other than that, y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. And let's look to get in here tomorrow and start our week off with a nice green trade. Other than that, y'all be good. Definitely see y'all tomorrow.